Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. The concept of public interest litigation is not mentioned in the Constitution, but it was introduced in India by a great person by name Justice PN Bhagwati. Justice PN Bhagwati was the 17th Chief Justice of India, and when he was the CJI, so he introduced the concept called public interest litigation. And that great person has passed away very recently, and may his soul be rest in peace. And what exactly is this public interest litigation? In fact, it is not just the aggrieved person so who can approach the judiciary, but on his behalf anybody can approach the judiciary. But whatever the subject that you are going to the judiciary, you are trying to move the judiciary, that should be in public interest in nature. So only then that will be accepted by the judiciary. And that was a fantastic one that was introduced by Justice PN Bhagwati. So later, so many issues have reached the, uh, the doorsteps of the judiciary. But unfortunately, over a period of time, this public interest litigation, this concept was misused by unfortunate elements that are present. And for every petty thing, unnecessary thing, and in order to take the revenge, some people have started taking the issues to the judiciary on the name of the public interest litigation. That is the reason why, over a period of time, even in the concept of PIL, that is called PIL, public interest litigation, the approach, the view of the judiciary has also changed. Anybody who approaches the judiciary with the wrong intentions, those people are being punished, right? But this is the time so to recollect the departed soul and his contributions with respect to public interest litigation to India. And it was Justice PN Bhagwati, and he was the 17th Chief Justice of India. I'll show you the document. Just to have a look at this. Look at this. Justice PN Bhagwati, Prafulla Chandra Natwarlal Bhagwati. He was the 17th CJI Chief Justice of India. He introduced the concept of public interest litigation and also absolute liability. Absolute liability means strict liability without any exceptions. So, and both were introduced in India by Justice PN Bhagwati. Since this great person has passed away, one possible question in any general examination is that, who introduced the concept of PIL in India? Answer is Justice PN Bhagwati, and please remember this name. Most of you, my dear friends, yesterday you might have written this examination, Civil Services Preliminary Examination, IAS 2017. And if you look at the questions very carefully, so most of the questions are analytical in nature. And any person with a serious preparation for the last 1 year could have really made at least 70 questions correct. 70 into 2, that will take you to 140. So this is really very, 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 very safe zone. Just before the examination also, I was telling you, so try to get at least 65 questions right, meaning that will lead you and place you at a very comfortable position of 130. So, but if you look at the questions, some people are saying that the questions are really tough, and some people are saying that questions are analytical. Yes, they are analytical. And some people are saying so they have really done well, and majority of them have scored more than 125 marks, right? Meaning by looking at the key, we can say this 125. And as I told you, so with respect to the cutoff will vary from year to year. So, and whatever the cutoff number that is, this is spreading in the civil service market here, so that is only a speculation. So this is the speculation by the seniors. This is the speculation by, the institutions because of their experience. Since last year it was 116, so definitely, so it could be a little higher or lower than that. Just because it was 116 last year, I cannot say that it will be 120 or 122 this time, or it may be reduced. That all depends on how the aspirants have performed in the yesterday's test. That is the reason why my suggestion, of course, with respect to few questions, I am going to discuss with you. So during this future course, so that I'll be discussing with you, don't worry about that. But otherwise, irrespective of your scores, my serious suggestion is that irrespective of your score and whatever the marks that you are getting, irrespective of that one, I suggest you to please start the preparation for the mains very seriously, as if you are going to write the examination in the month of October. So with that intention, start the preparation and prepare accordingly. Start writing practice, get it evaluated by the experts, and get ready for the examination. Because once the results are out, you will have a very less time for the preparation for the mains. Of course, the people who have not performed well, I suggest you also prepare extremely well as if you are going to write the examination in October. So that what will happen, so your preparation will be over by this October, right? And if you clear the examination, you can write the main examination very well, and you may go to interview this time. Because of any reason, if you are not cleared the preliminary examination, at least you will have the satisfaction of completing the preparation even for the main examination, and you can go for the revision from that time onwards. And this time it is going to be very effective, and it will be very productive in this preparation for you. That is the reason why don't worry about the scores that you got in the examination, but just go ahead with the preparations. That is the reason why my suggestion is that don't waste time. Please start preparation very seriously for the main examination, as if you are writing the examination this October. Am I clear? This is my friendly suggestion. Kindly follow this. If not this year, this is going to help you so to clear the examination at least in 2018. Clear? Don't lose hope. Don't lose heart. Be positive. Don't be pessimistic. Be highly optimistic, and the success will be yours. Clear? And you may be feeling bad for 1 day or 2 days, and just forget about that. Just forget about this feeling and start afresh, and the future will be yours, right? And with respect to few questions, I'll take up the few questions, and let me give my analysis on this particular paper, right? Now, once again, let me open the document. I have some more information with me. Let me show you that information. So look at this. So with respect to Ireland, one news. So for the first time, a person who became the prime minister, and he is the youngest prime minister of Ireland, and his name is Leo Varadkar. He is the new prime minister of Ireland, and the news is that he is the son of an Indian immigrant, and he made Irish history by becoming the country's youngest prime minister. And another important point is that he is also the first openly gay prime minister of Ireland. Next. So with respect to merger of the banks, I would like to say something. Very recently, we saw that some of the banks have been merged into SBI, right? So like this SBH, right? So this is Punjab National Bank, and they have all been, this is what is called, this is State Bank of Mysore, and all these banks have been merged into this SBI. And the government has come out with another proposal, and 6 small banks are going to be merged in 4 larger banks. So this is the latest one. 6 small banks are going to be merged with the 4 large banks, and I'm going to show you the names of that. Please remember the names of these banks. That is the reason why, if you look at at so many places, you used to see State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Hyderabad, but now you cannot see all of them, right? So you cannot see anyone, and instead of that, you will see State Bank of India, right? And in the similar manner, a new merger is going to take place. And what is that? Have a look at this. The government decided the government decided to merge few more banks. Six small banks are going to be merged into four large banks. Large banks are Bank of India, Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, and PNB, Punjab National Bank. Right? And I repeat, Bank of India, Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, and PNB, Punjab National Bank. And the six small banks are Vijaya Bank, Syndicate Bank, Union Bank, Dena Bank, United Bank of India, and UCO Bank. Right? So these are the six banks which are small. They are going to be merged into four larger banks. And for your information, this is the latest one. We already know this. This is the SBI, the associate banks of the banks like, State Bank of Bikaner and Jaipur, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Travancore, SBH, State Bank of Hyderabad, and State Bank of Patiala. So they were merged with SBI, and along with all these, Bharatiya Mahila Bank has also merged with the SBI. Look at this one important thing. As of today, the total non-performing assets in India is 8 lakh crores. Out of this, 6 lakhs crores are with the public sector banks. Hopefully you remember, in one of the classes in the recent current affairs, I explained you what is the meaning of the non-performing assets, right? So non-performing assets are those assets. These are the loans that are given by the bank, and the money is not coming back to the bank, and the banks have failed to recover that money, and such money is not productive in nature, and that is the reason why it is called non-performing assets. And the biggest culprit of this NPS is the public sector banks. Out of 8 lakh crores as of today, 6 lakh crores are with the public sector banks. Clear? And of course, this merger is one mechanism where you are strengthening your whole system, and there may be a possibility that the number of this NPS will be reduced. If the NPS is reduced, then obviously, the banking system will be further strengthened, right? And that is the reason why the government is going for various steps. So please remember the latest one. What are the four larger banks? What are the six small banks that are going to be merged? And apart from this, I already explained you, SBI, into SBI, 5 associate banks have been merged into SBI. Fine. Along with these 5 associate banks, Bharatiya Mahila Bank has also been merged into SBI. Right. So, with respect to, kindly see here, my dear friends, current affairs will always play a crucial role, and that is once again it has been proved in the recent examination. And especially when it comes to the main examination, you have to give the current affairs a touch. That's it. So you have to, your answer has to reflect, so that the current affairs will also be reflecting in your answers. So maybe it is general essay, maybe it is any other paper, like paper 2, paper 4, or anything. All latest issues must be reflecting in your answers. Then only you will be able to score better marks. If you look at some people, so they have scored much better in the written examination when compared to the last years. And obviously that is possible only with a very serious concentration on current affairs. General subjects, general books, you are reading it, but how to link current affairs over there, that is very important for the success in the examination. And once you start doing it, automatically you will get a good score. So once again, I repeat my suggestion. Please don't waste time and start preparation for the main examination. Clear? And your success depends on more on, right, how exactly you practice. Clear? It is not just getting practiced. You please get it verified by the experts in that particular area, right? And what are the suggestions they are going to give you, please follow those suggestions and try to improve the strength in your answer, and that will pave the way to you for the success in the main examination, right? And hopefully you will all do these things, and Don't be nervous, and don't be, this get demotivated. So your spirit should be always very, very high. And with high spirits, so once you start preparing for the examination, automatically, this the success will be knocking at your door. That is the reason why, if there is a failure for anyone, please take this experience as, this you learned something. Definitely you learned something, and by now you must have come to know what exactly the mistakes you have done, and rectify this, and don't repeat those mistakes. And with enhanced enthusiasm, start preparation for further. I wish you all very, very good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow with the more current events. Thank you so much.